Alright, everybody. I'm like searching for stuff to talk about. My brain is blank right now. But there's definitely one thing I can talk about. And that is I call myself the prophet of chaos and I call myself the prophet of science. But I hope my God loses. I do. That would be funny to me. It would. Um, and people get so I don't know, serious about it all. But at the end of the day, like me, I don't have any dogs in the fight. I don't. I don't have any family. I don't have any friends. I have Teresa. Thank you, Teresa. I love you. But I don't have any family. I don't have any friends. And I don't have any dogs in this fight. My family, they bore false witness against me. The real story is let me tell you the real story. I don't think I'll be breaking any laws here because my mom filed charges against me, um, and so like according to our current legal system, we can't talk about any of the current legal cases that we're in. That allows the justice system to monopolize justice and information. Um, but it was really my sister that started it all. And my wife had just died of a brain aneurysm. And even before my wife died, I had tried to get uh, together with my family again. I had been away from them for a long time because they were dysfunctional, and there was nothing positive or good coming from that direction. So I just did the Abrahamic thing, and I said, "You guys go over there, and I'll go over here." And but I love my family. I do. I want the best for them, and so I tried to get back together with them, though they be dysfunctional. And I love my sister. I do. Um, she's the only blood sister I have. And it would be nice to have a sister, but unfortunately, I don't. Both of us are we're both Apache witches, and we're both from Aliquippa. So both of us are Apache witches from Aliquippa, and I'm very proud of that for myself and for her. Um, I'm not afraid of any man on this planet. Um, you could have the strongest men on the planet in the room, and but if my sister's in the room, I'd be more fearful of her than I would be of any men on this planet, because she's an Apache witch from Aliquippa, just like me. Uh, and you know, it really all began when I tried to get back with my family. I tried to talk with them again, get back together with them, and at the time, I smelled babies' diapers, and I would smell some babies' diapers, and oh, like my nose, like my whole body would just, like I've never smelled smelling salts before, but that's kind of like what it felt like when I smelled a bit. And like if I put my nose up to a baby's diaper and I sniffed it, it was just like so horrific. And I was just thinking, I do not want to marinate my child's balls in whatever horrific chemicals that are in these baby diapers. And of course I knew at the time that the eugenicists control and own all of the medical establishment. They own the hospitals. They own the pharmaceuticals. They own the all of the medical literature. And I did not want to marinate my son's balls in whatever this smell was. It was just such a horrific smell to put your nose up to an infant's diaper and sniff it. And it was just like, it felt like sniffing smelling salts. I've never sniffed smelling salts before, but from the reactions of others, that's the same reaction I had, but even worse because it smelled poisonous. And so I got together with my family. I have kids, and my sister had kids, and I thought, hey, maybe my family had matured, um, and because I had been away from them because they were very toxic, and but I wanted my children to know their cousins, and I was hoping the best for my sister and my parents, and I I went up there. It was after my wife died, and I went up to they were living in Washington State at the time, and I let my children stay with my sister in order for them to be with their cousins, and in order for them to be with their aunt and their uncle, just to get to know their family, whom they had never known before, because I totally kept them away because I was the wise man, and I said, hey, you guys go over there and I'll go over here, just like Abraham and Lot. And I told my sister, I was like, hey, because I always bought organic diapers for my son, because I, I did not like the smell of the regular baby diapers. They were a horrific smell, and I did not want to marinate my son's balls in that smell. And I told my sister, I was like, hey, here's some organic diapers for my son. She had a son the same age as my son, and again, it was about getting my kids to know their cousins, so that was fun. Hopefully, and but I told her, hey, if once you start to run out of these organic diapers, I'll go buy more diapers. Okay. I do not want you putting. I do not want you putting my son in the same diapers that you put your son in, right? I didn't say it like that, but I said it. I told her I do not want my son in conventional diapers, and I told her that. And I went to stay with my parents. Um, I let my children stay with my sister, and one day I come to her house, and she's putting my son in conventional diapers, and I was pissed. I was angry. And one of the reasons I was angry is that my sister, I love my sister. She's my only sister, and both of us are Apache witches. But both of us are also from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. My I would not like. I'm not afraid of any man on this planet, but when it comes to my sister, I'm if she's in the room, I'm gonna be on edge. She's a very powerful woman, and I love my sister. In the Torah, it says if you correct a man with a good heart, he will love you. Um, and I was pissed. I was pissed. It's like, why? I told you not to put my son in these conventional diapers. I don't want you marinating my son's balls in these diapers. You know, I I I I found out that in Washington State, as you're driving along the highway, there's this machine that radiates you. It actually radiates you. Just shoots you up with all this fucking radiation. I wonder how many times my son has since passed through this machine. That just totally sterilizes him. Let alone all the diapers that probably sterilize him as well. Um, but for me, I wanted to correct my sister. I'm like, why, like, we're both Apache witches from Aliquippa. Why would you put your son in these diapers? And I was saying it through love. When you try to correct somebody through love, that's a beautiful thing. But she didn't see it like that. She saw it like I was attacking her, right? And that eventually led to them attacking me and eventually bearing false witness against me. Yeah, right. And the court case is against me and my mom. So I'm not. I don't think I'm violating any current laws by saying any of this stuff because the reality I'm speaking of right now, rather than the court case, because my mom is just a pawn of my sister. Anyways, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, I totally violated Sumerian wisdom. No, I did. And I became a Babylonian oaf. And I suffered my crimes due to a Babylonian oath, just like Moses did when he tried to correct the Jews, right? He was a Babylonian oath. Um, I just didn't understand it, and I don't fully understand it to this day because, like, when I say we're both Apache witches from Aliquippa, like I say that with pride, and I would love to have my sister standing beside me today. I'd be so proud because we're both Apache witches from Aliquippa. If you only understood the what I'm saying, oh my God. But she didn't take it that way. She totally thought I was trying to attack her rather than protect her and her children. And it's like what Torah says: if you correct a good-hearted man, he'll love you. If you, but right there's the and that's the beautiful thing about words. It's like you say one thing, and it's like there's this unspoken logical conclusion from the words that you're saying that you don't have to speak, but they're there, right? Um, that's what Sumerian wisdom is. If you try to correct a toxic person, you gain an enemy for life. And that's what I don't fully understand because it's like, in many ways, my sister is just such a strong, powerful person. And if only women were as strong and powerful, um, then yeah, I mean, there's this machine on the. There's this machine on the Washington State road system that actually radiates everyone that passes through it. And obviously sterilizes them too, right? Oh my god, and how many times have my son driven through that thing? Um, Shit, I probably won't be putting this one up, but I don't know, man. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just, whatever. It's not on my shoulders anymore, you know? I mean, if he gets sterilized, he can't blame me, right? I was trying to do homesteading, right? I wasn't trying to do anything more than homesteading. That was my big crime. They tried to portray me as like a Unabomber type, but like, ew, like, why blow up innocent people? Like, that's terrible. I would never do shit like that. Like, they were totally bearing false witness against me. I just want to grow my own food and get my children away from the sterilants and the poisons and all that shit. But yeah. Hmm. You violate Sumerian wisdom at your own peril. That's what I've learned.